So what comes after us, after human intelligence? I mean, for the longest time, that was pure sci-fi, right? But now it's maybe one of the most important and urgent questions we need to be asking.
Yeah, that's a pretty intense thought, isn't it? Obsolete. So let's just jump straight into it. And look, we're not just talking about, slightly faster computers. This is about a complete revolution in what it even means to think. So let's try to picture it. What does this post-human world really look like?
Okay, so before we can really grasp where we're heading, we've got to get real about where we are right now. I mean, our grains, they're amazing, no doubt. They're absolute marvels. But, and it's a big but, they have some pretty serious built-in flaws.
You can think of our brains as wetware. It's this incredible but kind of buggy biological hardware. For one, there's a hard limit on the energy they can use. Our memory? It's not just limited, it's super unreliable. And evolution moves at a glacial pace compared to how fast technology is leaping forward. On top of all that, they're just packed with these cognitive biases and emotional filters that totally color how we see the world.
And wow, this chart really just lays it all out, doesn't it? The sheer performance gap is staggering. Our thoughts are basically these slow, slushy electrochemical signals. And AI, it could be working at the speed of light. Our memories get fuzzy, they change over time, and AI's recall could be absolutely perfect every single time. And the big one, we're stuck with the hardware we're born with. And AI, you can just keep adding to it. It's basically limitless.
So that's the problem, right? How do we get past these biological roadblocks? Well, the first major path people are looking at is pure artificial intelligence. We're talking about taking the smart tools we use every day and letting them evolve into something completely new, into new kinds of minds.
And this timeline really drives home just how fast this is all happening. Think about it, 1997, an AI beating a chess champion was this huge world-stopping event. Today, LLMs are everywhere. They're part of the furniture. The next big milestone on this road is AGI, or artificial general intelligence. And when does that happen? That's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? A giant question mark.
And this is where things get really wild. It leads to this concept called recursive self-improvement. Okay, stick with me here. Imagine an AI gets smart enough to start improving its own programming. That's the trigger. It kicks off this runaway feedback loop, right? A smarter AI makes an even smarter AI, which then makes an even smarter AI. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and faster until you have this intelligence explosion, a super intelligence that grows at a rate we literally can't even wrap our heads around.
Which of course brings up a really fascinating philosophical question. Does an AI actually need to be conscious? Does it need to feel anything or have an inner life like we do in order to completely outthink us? And, the scary answer might be no. A super intelligent AI could just be this unbelievably powerful problem-solving machine, a pure intellect with nothing going on inside.
Okay, so pure AI is one path, but it's not the only one. What if, instead of building a totally new mind, we could just copy our own? Transfer our consciousness into something more powerful, more permanent. This is the whole idea of uploading, of digitizing the human mind.
The technical term for this is whole brain emulation. And it all comes down to one thing, being able to perfectly map what's called your connectome. Think of it as the complete, unique wiring diagram of your brain, every single neuron, every single connection. The idea is you map it, and then you build an exact replica of it inside a computer. And yeah, when you lay it out in steps like this, it almost sounds simple. Step 1, scan the brain with insane precision. Step 2, build a digital model based on that scan. And step 3, you press run, and poof, your consciousness just boots up on a server somewhere. In theory, anyway.
But this is where we hit a massive philosophical wall. It's the old ship of Theseus problem. It makes you ask, what is you really? Are you just the pattern of information in your brain? If that's true, then a perfect digital copy is you. But what if you is your continuous, unbroken experience of life? If that's the case, then the digital copy is just someone else, a brand new person who wakes up thinking they're you with all your memories, while the original you is just gone.
Okay, so we've got replacement by AI, and we've got replacement by a digital copy. But what if there's a third way? What if it's not about replacement at all, but about enhancement? This is the path of the hybrid mind, of directly merging human and machine.
And the cornerstone technology for this is the brain-computer interface, the BCI. We're talking about a direct link, a super-fast connection between your brain's electrical signals and the outside world. This would let you control devices just by thinking, and even crazier, it could feed digital information straight back into your brain.
And you can kind of see how this would roll out. It starts in therapy, right? Helping people control prosthetic limbs with their thoughts. That's already happening. But then it moves into augmentation for everyone, boosting your memory, letting you learn a new language instantly. And the final step? Well, that could be a collective intelligence, literally linking human minds together into a kind of hive mind.
This whole idea is wrapped up in something called extended cognition. I mean, think about it. Your smartphone is already kind of part of your brain, right? It's where you keep your memories, your contacts, your knowledge. With the BCI, that connection becomes seamless. The line just evaporates. Where do you stop and the cloud begins when they're directly wired together?
So whether it's pure AI, mind uploading, or these hybrid cyborg minds, we're racing towards a totally new kind of reality. It really makes you wonder, what does that world actually look like when it's full of all these different kinds of intelligence?
Because a future like this doesn't just mean we get cooler gadgets. No, it rewires society from the ground up. The very idea of work, our entire legal system, what we consider art, what we consider culture, even our deepest moral beliefs. Everything goes back on the drawing board.
And this is absolutely a double-edged sword. The stakes couldn't be higher. On the one side, the rewards are immense. We could cure all diseases, solve climate change, fix our biggest problems. But the risks, they're existential. We've got the AI control problem. How do you manage something smarter than you? You've got the potential for insane inequality between those who upgrade and those who don't. And maybe most scary of all, you risk losing the very essence of what makes us human. You see, in the end, this whole journey isn't really about technology. The hardest challenges aren't about engineering or writing better code. They're philosophical. They're about who we are, about our identity, about our purpose. We're being forced to figure out our place in a universe that's about to get a whole lot more crowded, intellectually speaking.
And that really is the question that all of this leaves us with, isn't it? In a universe teeming with different kinds of intelligence, what does it actually mean to be human? When we're not the smartest kids on the block anymore, what's our purpose? What's left for us? That's the conversation we all need to start having, right now.